I've debated writing this down for years. I don't think it's evidence of anything, and I'm not trying to convince anyone these things exist. But I need to write it down and share it because they keep returning. It's not every night, and it's not on any kind of a schedule. They appear when they appear, and they've looked the same for as long as I can remember. In dreams and my waking imagination. The details never seem to change much. The place changes slightly. My certainty changes. They don't. Whether they're dreams, recurring imagery, a trick of memory, or something my exhausted brain insists on reconstructing repeatedly, I honestly don't know. This is simply the most accurate description I can give. They come when I'm exhausted. They come when my will to continue, to keep moving, to hope for something better is drained. I don't know if they're responsible or if they're there to remind me of something long forgotten, maybe. Hostility, curiosity, benevolence. When muted indifference and a baseline of hopelessness become a natural operating state, these things, the intentions of those who approach from impossible angles, become difficult to discern. When the exhaustion behind perception is palpable, resignation becomes a form of defiance. They look at me with large eyes that denote intelligence and roam with a purpose I suspect they couldn't explain to us even if they wanted to. They have large, dark pupils that subtly change shape inside a milky substrate. Their heads are elongated. Maybe the strangest part is their heads, with a large oval brain pan extending well behind the neck and a long angled face stretched forward, forming nasal cavities like tunnels. It all ends in a mass of protruding, probing white tendrils. This sounds ridiculous, but if you stretched a horse's head back into an inflated egg shape and gave it a sea anemone for a mouth, that's as close as I can come to describing them in a way you might recognize. The neck is thick, pulsing with corded muscle and what I assume is a vascular network, ending in something like a truncated, flattened body, as though gravity has been pulling on them for longer than it should. The rear legs are large and muscular, extending upward before angling sharply back toward the floor, almost like a cricket's legs. They end in three-toed feet tipped with long curved claws that grip the ground or the floor. I don't know. It's always soft. Everything is soft. Their arms are thin, but wiry. Not powerful like the legs, but dexterous and capable. Delicate in the way surgical instruments are delicate. The skin is mottled pale and yellow, like a dull yellow, or maybe it isn't. The skin is strange. It changes when I try to follow it, like the pattern belongs more to movement than to color. The longer I look, the less certain I become that it has an outline at all. They approach me and they just watch. They observe, I think. I want to say they're looking at me, but looking implies eyes meant for seeing. Whatever those pupils are doing, it feels less like observation and more like measurement. The sound there is always soft and wet, like placing a microphone inside a box of writhing sea worms. everything feels coated in a thick mucus. It's damp and organic. It feels like something that was grown more than built. Like being inside something that's digesting, a vessel that digests as it moves. The walls never seem entirely still. They pulse, like distant breathing. Sometimes I think I can hear fluids moving beyond them. Sometimes it feels like the whole room is listening. I don't know what they want. I don't know if they're real. I don't know if I keep dreaming them, imagining them, or remembering them. I don't know if they've simply become the shape my mind gives to whatever waits for me when I'm empty. I only know they're consistent. They never arrive differently. And they never forget me.